Check, check, check. Right, okay. I'm just making sure when I mute the mic that it's like it doesn't disrupt the recording process in Audition.
Oh, good point.
Because my allergies are fucking with me today. I'm going to have to like mute this thing while I blow my nose or if I have the sniffles too much.
I can hear it in your voice.
Dude, some days I just wake up and it's like, oh great, here we go. Hello?
Yeah, it just sounds like full-on clogged nose.
It's no fun, Aaron. It's no fun. I had to take a nap today. I was tired. That's the most annoying part is like I don't know. It's like I didn't get enough sleep or something, but I slept pretty well. I had some pretty wild dreams. Went to faraway lands, and I woke up, and then it's back to hell. Welcome to hell.
Do you have allergies or are you sick? It sounds like you're sick.
I'm not sick because I'll be fine tomorrow.
Yeah, dude.
But I don't know what I'm allergic to. That's the problem.
You got to go to the doctor and get like all those 1,000 needle pricks in your back. See what you react to.
They'll be like, oh, it looks like you're allergic to bullshit. I'll be like, fuck yeah, I am. There's a lot of that going around these days.
And the doctor's like, yep. And then you guys like do a fist bump. You know what I did? I shaved.
Yeah, you look good, though. You look good.
No, you don't got to give me that bullshit.
I'm not. I think you look good.
No, I look like a prepubescent boy.
No, you don't.
I don't know. I just don't like how I look shaved.
Did you do any fun stuff while you shaved? Like, did half your face, and you're like, look.
I did. I just went straight up with the razors. So like, I took off like the chin and the mustache. So I just had two huge patches on each side.
That to me, you would look like an old timey soldier, maybe.
Yeah.
In the Civil War.
Yeah, it was close to that.
Fighting for the Confederacy, Aaron.
Well, I think they had that haircut on both sides. Okay.
I shaved a goatee. I gave myself a goatee.
I see that.
Because I remember when my dad shaved his face, he had a goatee forever, or maybe he just had a mustache. So I gave a goatee to remind. So when I looked at myself, I would look like my dad. And what I've been doing is I wake up and for 10 minutes every morning, I look in the mirror and I say, "I love you, son. I love you, son.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing great. I'm proud of you."
Does it work?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
good.
It does.
That's good. Well, you got to get it from somewhere.
He never gave that to me, so I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make those memories for myself now.
Well, it could. I mean, do you need to go deeper? I mean, you could start dressing like him. You could even like start kissing your mom.
Yeah. Like my dad. I go home. Yeah. I'm switching topics.
Okay.
It's just a hard right turn to a whole different set of things now. You know what I've been seeing a lot on social media lately?
What's that?
People who are really good at beatboxing.
Really? Is that like a trend that's going on?
I think so. I think a lot of people got good over the pandemic.
Bet you didn't know that.
So the guy I just saw this one video where the guy he's like, this would be like if the Joker beatboxed, and he like incorporated like a Joker laugh.
Whoa.
Into his. So can you try that now?
It was probably exactly like that.
It was just pretty close.
I'm gonna pivot. I have a pivot.
Okay.
I'm gonna go hard 90 and pivot on this podcast because I had a dilemma today.
What happened?
I couldn't find my caulk.
You lost your cock?
Yeah.
Is it still missing?
Yeah. I mean, it was gone all day, and I was searching around for it, all the usual places. Could not find my cock.
What gaps were you trying to fill with it?
Oh, you knew? Damn, that was the joke.
Oh, you were leading up to that punchline.
Yeah, dude. I was thinking we could go 10 minutes on this until finally I'm like, yeah, and then finally I found it and I sealed all the gaps that I needed to. And
I was considering going along with it for a second.
Okay.
I was
dumb.
like,
fucking kill it, Vin. It's dumb.
Okay.
I want it dead.
It's dead. It's dying. You know what I was thinking was that starting a podcast is almost like investing in like a shit coin.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because if we keep doing this, imagine if we had started this podcast when Bitcoin was like 0.0001, and if we had kept up with it, I think we might have had as much chance to like turn a profit off of this than
You're saying
Bitcoin.
we're Bitcoin. We're the Bitcoin of podcasts?
Yeah, I think we are actually, yes.
Oh.
I think if we just keep at it, dude, we got to get past the podcast fade. You were saying 7 episodes?
That's why I heard 7 episodes. I'm pretty sure pod fade starts to happen after that. For
All
most, they like averaged it out. This was a couple years ago.
If we keep this consistent for 10 years, we're not gonna make money. Come on, get out of here. We'll be rolling in it by then. Our audience will slowly snowball and grow. The algorithms will come in to fall into place. The numbers, they'll just
we rose and groaned
every fucking day. 329,
right,
465, 24/9, 272. Get up and go. Tie your shoes and wear Velcro. I wear Velcro shoes because the time it takes to tie my shoes, that's money, baby.
I heard somebody say something the other day that made a lot of sense to me. That was, wealthy people spend money to save time. Non-wealthy people spend time to save money.
Whoa. Dude, blowing my fucking mind right now.
I mean, it's pretty spot on, I think.
Would you ever, if you were that rich, would you want a personal assistant?
I don't know what I would do with them, but I think it's just because I've never, I don't even, it like, my brain doesn't compute. They would just be chilling there. Like when Dylan interned for us, I was like, Dylan, I don't know what, you just hang out. Like, let's just hang, I didn't even know.
That's because you don't know how to delegate. You don't know how to diversify. You're slacking off, dude. You don't know how to have, you don't know how to have 5 projects, a couple on the back burner. You don't know how to do that. Then that's why you're sitting here telling me this bullshit about, saving time to save money. Get out of here, dude. If you had to start a business though, because I think about that we want to make movies and silly stories and things, but like if you're gonna start a business outside of production, can you even fathom what that would be? Do you even know what that would be for you? Because I know what mine is.
What is it?
Vin's Lights and Lasers.
I didn't know that you wanted to have a light shop.
Lights and Laser Show Company.
Oh, it's a show. Oh, it's like you.
Yeah, I would put on because I thought lasers were cool. Like when I was a kid, I thought the concept of a laser was fucking sweet.
Yeah.
This beam of light, and you can this straight. It's not like a light bulb. Like the light that comes out of a light bulb goes fucking everywhere. A laser pointer sends this beam of light directly to a fucking spot, and you can move it around and make a cat chase it. And then one time at the Twins Days Festival, do you remember they had a laser show?
Yes, vaguely.
They didn't do fireworks that year. They had a laser show.
Yes, I remember that.
Thinking back on it, it was kind of fucking lame. But at the time, I was like, this is cool.
At the time, were you like, this could have been my business?
Yes. I thought it'd be cool to have a business to do that.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I should have an answer for this. Give me a second.
I feel like you'd own a pet store.
No, not at all.
Used sports goods store?
No.
Dude, I could see you running a used sports goods shop.
Why, you call me like a washed up athlete? Hey kids.
You just
Hey, it's football season again, huh? Yeah, go get them. Hey, I got some worn, used knee pads in the back. 2 for 1. Get it? Because you got 2 knees.
Grow your mustache out. I can see that.
Hockey sticks, baseballs, got it all. Come on down to Fonecallz Fun Sports Shop.
You got bicycles there? Do you do bikes?
What the hell you think this is? No, this is sports. You want to ride a bike? Get a tricycle, little boy.
My son wants to be like Lance Armstrong.
If you want a bike, you can go to Target. We don't have any. They just don't sell well for us, so we stopped selling them. I'm sorry I got all heated on you, but truthfully, the business is actually doing pretty bad. So if you could come by, we have a surplus of knee pads, so business is not doing good. So if you could please come buy some knee pads.
Tell you what, there's a coffee store next to your in the strip mall, right? There's a Starbucks next to you.
Yeah.
I usually go to that Starbucks. I'll come in.
Thank you. And if you could bring coffee, they have the jugs. You could bring. I would take a box of Joe from them.
Yeah. Okay. I'll bring. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Oh, yeah, cake pops too are so good. Cake. I'll get. And
you want me to get you a cake pop?
well,
too?
yeah, and you could
there?
have one too. Have you never had one? Then you should get one too.
Yeah. I'll get one for myself as well. Thank you.
Okay. Oh wow. When do you come by?
I don't know. I was just kind of throwing it out there. Like I might.
Well, no. You gotta. Are you coming?
I don't know. I think next week. I don't know.
I don't even know if we're going to be in business next week. You got to come like today. We're going to sell some knee pads. You come down here, man. You ever watch Gary Vaynerchuk? Like, we're going to sell these things, okay?
I do listen. Yeah, I listen to Gary Vaynerchuk.
Rise and grind, baby.
You listen to Gary V?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right. I'll come in tomorrow.
Sounds good. Okay, bye.
Bye. So, is that the business you would want to run, though?
No, I don't have any interest in doing a sports shop. All right. On the topic of money, if you had a movie budget of like $2 billion.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah. Like, let's just say the biggest budget a film has ever had. What would you make?
I'm actually going to use this I'm going to pitch a real idea I've had.
Okay.
It's like a sci-fi idea.
Okay.
The concept is scientists have discovered technology to open these gateways that go to like empty negative space.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's a universe that has nothing in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't know. It's just like a big. In my head, it's like a white space too, but I guess it'd be a black space because it'd be devoid of color. Whatever. It's a big white space. The technology ends up just getting used for like storage. Like it's like, what can we do with this? It's like, oh, we can store things. We can get rid of our clutter. And so now it's like people have like in their garages, you have your own little portal to like store your things. And, so imagine that there's like these, millions of these little gateways are being sold. They all open up to the same universe, the same but it's so vast and they're so far apart. You'll never see another person's portal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Eventually, like there'd be a scene where like people are like hanging out like in the middle of a city, and all of a sudden like there's like a warp in like this space. There's like this weird like something. There's like a rift in like the space around the people, and then like a fucking like cruise ship just all of a sudden appears and just destroys like this, a couple blocks, and like people die because like a fucking a ship is materializing like where their bodies are, so they explode, and it's like really graphic, and all of a sudden all of this shit that is being stored in this universe just starts bursting through into our universe.
Mm-hmm.
It just starts like coming through, and no one knows why. They don't really understand it. And so I guess they have to like, it's like you have to get everything out, or like, I don't know. It's just that's kind of the concept.
It's like it sounds like a Roland Emmerich movie.
Who's that?
He did like Independence Day, 2012. Like he does all the world is ending type, like huge disaster spectacle films.
And I guess like, because then you can have funny things too, where it's like, oh yeah, people use them to get rid of bodies. Like people, you has like what all the weird shit this gets used for. I even thought of like a really gross idea. I don't know if this would go in the movie, but like people have like fastened tiny portals around their buttholes so they can just shit while they don't ever have to go to the bathroom. Because if you have an open portal, like a tiny open portal around your sphincter, you could just shit right into that.
Mm-hmm. Can
and
people go into it?
Yeah, people can go into it. And also, I don't know if you go into it, if you fall, or if it's like there's ground, or if it's like if you were to fall into it, you would just fall forever until you died. There's still some kinks I got to work out.
You got to keep building that world.
And some kinks I need to explore, but yeah, I would figure that out and make that movie. Do you think that's a cool idea, or do you think that's stupid?
I think you need to expand on it a little more, but I think it's interesting. It has little. You told me this a long time ago, but it now what comes to mind is like Spider-Man into the universe or into the Spider-Verse.
Wait, this my idea? It makes you think of
Kingpin is trying to open up this like rift, and in doing so, like creates all this stuff. It's not a huge part of the movie, but they have those scenes where all these like crazy abstract blocks are like
oh yeah.
morphing into the city.
Well, now I don't want to do my idea anymore.
No, I think it's separate enough.
I think it'd be cool as like a graphic novel.
Be cool as like a graphic novel.
What would you do?
I'd want to explore. I've never been one to like want to like push the technology of filmmaking, like James Cameron say, and just try something totally, or like Ang Lee, like, oh, let's shoot the whole movie at 120 frames a second. But there is something interesting to me about like having that much money, and you could really, like, I don't even know what, like, let's invent a new type of medium to capture this on.
What was that camera that was like supposed to be able to record at like every like
it records wavelength or light. It records like it was called the
Lou Gehrig's disease. Litro, that's what it was.
Litro camera. And you could manipulate the plane of visibility. Like you could record actors in front of a green screen, but the thing was you wouldn't need a green screen anymore because in the editing you could just shorten the length in which you want to present the light rays or something like that. Like
you're explaining it beautifully.
It's like you have what's the Z plane in After Effects, It's like the depth from the lens. It's like you could just like crop in on that. It's kind of wild.
Didn't like when what's his name was doing Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson, didn't he like they created like a whole new ecosystem of roadways, like a whole infrastructure. That's what I'm looking for. They created all this infrastructure to like shoot the movie that ended up just being used by people. Is that true?
I have no idea. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, they had to like build so many like roads to things and like.
I heard Christopher Nolan, when he did Interstellar, he actually planted corn for his cornfield shoot like scenes, and then he sold all the corn for a profit after the film came out.
He listens to Gary V.
Grind and rise, corn.
If we're talking money, did you know that you could fold a $20 bill up in a way that shows the Twin Towers being struck by a plane?
Bro, I remember that in 8th grade. I remember kids around the lunch table were like, "You want to see some shit?" And they would fold it up, and I would be like, "Whoa,
let me see your loose change, dude. Do you have any loose change?"
Blew my 8th grade mind. And then after a while, I was like, "That's not that big of a deal."
Let's talk about the Federal Reserve and let's talk about the Fed.
I don't know anything about it.
Me neither. I guess I hear people say it's like bad.
Yeah.
Dude, it's bad.
Bad money, people.
Dude, the Fed they're just printing money. How much money can you print until... What if everyone agrees to burn $10? Well, I know how to solve inflation. That's what I was going to... There's inflation, Aaron, happens because there's too much fiat currency. So we have to just burn some of it.
Mm-hmm. But that's illegal.
Everyone has... No, not if everyone agrees to it. If everyone agrees, if we all agree that on 4/20, where everyone burns 10% of the paper cash they have on hand, problem solved. Rich, poor, doesn't matter. Take 10% of the dollar bills you have, whatever you have represented with cash. 4/20, 2022, burn that shit.
Is it only like hard cash, or is it just in general, like funds in the market? Like,
I guess, okay, no, you have to withdraw. Everyone's got to withdraw and whatever's in your bank account. And if you have money that's tied up in assets, you have to sell. Everyone's got to sell everything. Okay, I see this is getting more complicated. Pull your money out of everything. Everyone get your cash out. Turn your investments, turn your physical property assets into cash.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got to do it though. That's the problem.
Okay.
2022, take 10% of that, burn it.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Inflation solved.
Man, you could run for like head of the Treasury. You could be the next Janet Yellen.
What is that? What does she do?
She's concerned with all financial and monetary matters relating to the federal government, and until 2003 also included several major federal law enforcement agencies. The Secretary of the Treasury is the principal economic advisor to the President of the United States and plays a critical role in policymaking by bringing an economic and government financial policy perspective to issues facing the federal government. Just like money, she's like, dude, yo, Joe, stop. And he's like, but we'll get it from Elon. And she's like, he don't got it. It's in crypto.
We should NFT. We should do NFTs.
I was flipping through my daughter's drawings, and they're, just like scribbles on a bunch of pages. But then I thought, oh my God, I'm going to scan all these and I can make NFTs out of it. And it would be like that ironic, artwork where it's like, oh, artwork by my 1-year-old. And it just felt like in my mind, I was like, this could make a lot of money, and it would be the stupidest thing. It's like one of those things that you hear about and you're like, wait, really? People paid money for it?
Part of the psychology has to be people will spend money on dumb shit just to flex that they could.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying all NFTs are that, but a lot of it is,
I'm gonna say 90% of them are.
If you're spending a lot of money, it's the same way with a car, like sure you could like them and stuff, but you also want people to see that you have it.
I'd say a car is a little different though, because a car has like I know we're gonna fucking argue with me on this.
You can't compare anything. I mean, like try to think of something close to like an NFT that is literally the value is held in the digital realm and not in the physical. I can't think of anything in the physical realm that really is.
Wait, say that again. Try to think of.
Unless you think of physical artwork, I guess.
Well, because some NFTs, like some digital artwork, takes like skill to make. There are some NFTs where it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm saying it's a skill. It's like I couldn't fucking do it, but like we made this monkey with it's have it generate 10,000 different hats, and now it's 10,000 different monkeys, and you can get the rare one. Is that someone painting who painted the Mona Lisa? Was it
Da Vinci?
Is that Da Vinci painting the Mona Lisa? No. And someone will say to that, you're such a fuddy-duddy. Who gives a shit about Da Vinci painting the Mona Lisa? No one gives a shit about that anymore. Get with the times. It's digital. It's cyberpunk. It's going to ones and zeros. Stop comparing those things. Have you played Cyberpunk, by the way?
Yeah, but I stopped after it released. I'm waiting for them to patch it more.
More patches?
Yeah, I'm probably going to give it another year. Like, you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the release on PS5, and then I'll get it,
yeah.
Which is sometime next year.
You bought me Cyberpunk for my birthday.
I'm sorry.
No, I haven't really played it. I guess I feel sorry too.
No, it's not your fault. It's not playable. I bought it for you on your PS4. I mean, up until, I don't know, a few months ago, probably was not a very enjoyable experience. I think eventually they patched it enough where you could like play it now, but I don't know. I don't know what state it's in right now.
Me neither. I haven't checked up on it.
I've never been so disappointed by a video game. And it blew my mind. Man, the graphics, because I was playing on a souped up PC when it came out, and I was just like, wow, this looks incredible. I mean, it still does. It looks even better, probably. They've adjusted it, but so many bugs.
It was like that scene from Indiana Jones when she's got to reach into that thing, and there's all the bugs. That's what that game's like.
Even the very beginning, the life choices, like the life path.
Yeah.
You got like Nomad, Corpo, and stuff. That didn't matter after you get past like the very beginning of the game. And then it all just falls in line and it's the same. It's like, what? Let down.
I kind of don't like that in video games. I don't want there to be 10 different endings if I do all these things.
But that's the thing is like people love that with role playing games.
I know. I guess it
want-
makes the. I mean, I know it makes the replay experience. You can replay it and replay it. But I'm always thinking, what if I do the wrong thing?
Well,
And you know what, Aaron? That translates to my life, and that's why I'm a loser. I'm going nowhere.
mm-hmm.
I'm glad I figured this out, though. This is helpful because I'm
That's,
turning it around tomorrow.
really? You're going to?
Yeah, of course.
Rise and grind?
I'm gonna rise and grind.
What time you know what correlates how successful you get is how early you get up in the morning.
That can't be true.
It is, dude. The more money you make, it directly correlates to how early those people wake up in the morning. You look at any of their schedules, they're like, yo, wake up at 2:30 a.m., crack some eggs, hit the gym. It's 3. I do some Pilates, read a book, read a second book. Now I'm ready for, a snack while I'm teaching at a university.
Uh-huh.
I eat my snack while I'm giving a TED talk, and then it's 6 a.m. and I'm ready to start my real day. That was just my pre-day, and then my real day. Then I go to work at a factory where I oversee 1 million people.
Do you believe in The Secret?
What's the secret?
Oh, dude, I'm about to blow your fucking mind.
Okay, hit me.
The Secret is it's just the law of attraction, essentially.
Oh,
Do you know what the law of attraction is?
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just that. If I'm understanding them both correctly, it's kind of the same principles where it's like if you surround it's like what you surround yourself with or like what you want. Like if you can envision a future. You can create a future by envisioning it.
Mm-hmm. I see. I hear that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking very hard positive thoughts about our next film. Hey, dude, I believe it. You can will. I really do think that you can will things into existence. I mean, that's how you make anything, Like, you have to want it enough to do it.
Well, then why am I not a porn star with a 13-inch dong?
You can be.
No, I can't.
Yeah. You got to start small. Go get surgery.
I feel like I don't have enough material. Like I don't think I have enough material to work with. I don't think you could make what.
No, you
I don't
need
think
a
I can make it
penile
13.
reduction. You said only 13. So that means they need to take off at least 5
Right.
for you.
I know. I am too big for the industry.
Scary.
They're
big.
like, dude, like, what are you trying to kill these? Trying to kill these women? No, I want to make love to them on camera for the world to enjoy. That fucking I'm.
Yeah, that's a cat. We'll move the time, dude. But this time
Yeah.
does.
You're ruining fucking everything right now, Tiny. You get that, right? I know the time works perfectly, but
Okay, shall we wrap up? All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this cozy night for episode 4.
I think it was I hope that your minds were expanded. I hope that your souls are clean.
Good night. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
It's Fonecallz.